Good ass workout. Man, I need something to eat. You know, somewhere I can get some good protein, but you know, not a lot of calories. But you know, something real healthy and real good for you.
Emergency heads up on the way!
Oh shit, right here. Yeah. Godfather jerky chips. Good source of protein. Got all types of different flavors, so I'm about to try it out live for y'all right in front of you. So we got teriyaki lemon pepper, and we also got, you know, original black pepper. We about to try both. Shout out to Godfather jerky chips, man, for the supply drop.
Boy, if you don't get...
Alright, if I'm being honest, I'm really excited for this teriyaki lemon pepper, because you know I love me some lemon pepper. Oh shit, this big ass dinosaur chip. It's an actual chip. I thought it was like beef jerky. Let's try it out. Oh no. Nah, this right here. Especially after a workout. Real easy, quick snack. Good on protein. Like I said, only 40 grams, only 40 calories. You can't beat that. You can't beat that at all. This is really good. I'll go ahead and try original black lemon pepper. Hold on. Let me clear my palate. And keep in mind, the packaging is really nice too. Like, look at that. I know y'all seen the movie The Godfather. Really nice packaging, really professional. Go check them out. Hey, and these things are huge. Like, it ain't no little itty bitty pieces of jerky too. Like, these is actual jerky chips. Let's try it out. Nice and simple. Black pepper. Tastes like regular beef jerky, but it's a chip. Duh. I'm gonna go ahead and keep munching on these. Y'all make sure y'all go get y'all pack from Godfather jerky chips. Check out my Instagram at Elijah James TV. That's where you can follow them. Godfather jerky chips. I'll leave all the info down here. Make sure y'all leave them a follow and tell them Elijah sent you. No, I'm about to go finish the rest of these. This teriyaki lemon pepper.
What to do? What's up, y'all? It's your boy Elijah James from Elijah James TV. Bringing y'all another interview. We got a special one. It's somebody I've been following and keeping up with ever since I've been starting my whole MMA quote-unquote journey, keeping up with the MMA and, you know, just getting in tune with some of the local people in the Jacksonville area. I want to go ahead and introduce Mr. Ulysses Yasuke Moore the Third. How you doing, my guy?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Hanging out.
Appreciate you. I just want to say thank you for taking up this interview. Like I said, as I said before I even hit record, you know, we're just trying to grow this thing. So I appreciate you being in that process, and that really means a lot because like I always remember the people that helped me get to where I'm trying to get to. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly that. Exactly that. That always
Yes,
means more
sir.
to me than, you know what I mean, the big companies and all that. Valid.
Exactly. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. So like, how you feeling? Like, how's life treating you? You know, how everything been for you?
Life be whooping my ass, but hey, but I got them things on me though. I fight back. You feel me? No,
Yes, sir.
everything been cool, man. You know, my babies are healthy. My wife's healthy. My mom's busy right now. She's been helping out around the house and stuff. You know, my main focus is always them. So as long as they good, I'm good. Yeah, everything been going good. You know what I'm saying? Got two fights booked, title defenses, like yeah, it's been good.
Yep. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. But let's start from the beginning and you know and work our way to today. So let's first and foremost, where are you from? Are you from Jacksonville?
Nah, I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee.
But
Okay,
I
Midwest.
moved down to Georgia, lived down in Georgia for a minute, lived in Mississippi for a minute. Um, I actually came here through the military. Got stationed out here and then, you know, fell in love and made home base type. You know what I mean?
What branch?
Navy, Navy.
Oh, Navy.
Yeah.
That's what's up. My pops, he served in the army. He served in the
Yeah.
army.
See, my whole family went army, and then I was the one that tried to switch it up.
He tried to be different and
I
shit.
tried to be
Yeah.
different. I was like, oh, no, this ain't it. This ain't it.
Hey, it be like that sometimes. I get it. But so when like what made you get into the whole mixed martial arts? Like what made you be like, I mean the military, I mean you're currently in the military, but what made you be like I want to take this on?
So I'm out of the military now. I'm free and clear. But
Oh,
What made me want to start, man? Honestly, like Bruce Lee movies, like real shit. Bruce Lee movies. Uh, Ong Bak, uh, Bone, J. White Bone, um,
Mm.
Afro Samurai, Rock Lee from,
That's my boy right there.
you know what I'm saying?
Afro Samurai.
Yeah, yeah. You feel me? Like, hey, little flex, little flex.
Oh, now he got the
Yeah,
#1
you
sword?
feel me? And then
Yeah.
my brother Lenko, he actually gave me the #1 headband with it.
The overhead
Yeah.
headband and everything. That's what's up. That's dope, man. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like so, I'm gonna preface all this with my question. I want to get into the Yasuke name and the character because I'm familiar. But I'm gonna say first and foremost, I am not an anime dude. I'm not against anime per se. But it's just like I never could really get into it, to be honest with you. But don't get me wrong, there is some dope ass animes. Like I like Afro Samurai. I know people don't qualify it, but I qualify Boondocks as an anime technically if
Yeah,
we're going off the
yeah,
technical. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not the One Piece and the what Attack on Titan type of dude, but like, so
Oh man,
explain to me what the. I know.
you
Every
missing out
time I
on
say it,
that
everybody's like, "You missing out." I already know, man. I know. I like maybe one day. It's just I'm not against it. It's just like for me
it
personally,
just ain't there. Yeah.
but yeah, so talk to me about the Yasuke character. I'm familiar with like first black samurai, correct? Like that's a real person, right?
So yeah, he wasn't just the black or first black samurai. He was the first foreign-born samurai, um, which I think holds a lot more cultural significance.
No, you
It-
explain it to nobody that knows shit about it. So lamest terms works best.
okay.
So like I heard all the Usakanama and all that shit. Like I'm trying to follow, like, but like, hey, you ain't got to be picture perfect because I'm learning the shit as we go. So hey, you good?
So he was part of that region of Japan, or he was the big man of that region of Japan. What Oda's whole idea was to make a unified Japan, uh, which we
Mm-hmm.
eventually did. But anyway. Um, so yeah, Yasuke was taken in under Oda and became what's called his sword bearer. Sword bearer is a samurai title. We try to make these like different connections nowadays. Well, he was a sword bearer, not a samurai. It's the same thing. You're saying the same thing two different ways. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that sword bearer title, though, is one of a lot of political. You know what I'm saying? So you have this foreign. This is why I stress that he's a foreign samurai and not necessarily just black samurai, because that foreign part
Mm-hmm.
is what really made the history behind it. His
Gotcha.
brother
Okay.
King was a sword bearer for Oda Nobunaga, um, and then because he held that position over some of the true Japanese people that had been there and went up through the ranks and things like that. That was kind of like their last straw with Oda, and so they actually did a mutiny, and ended up beheading. No, excuse me, ended up trying to behead Oda, who actually ended up committing seppuku. Uh, and the story goes that Yasuke was taken in as a prisoner by the guy who started the revolt, and then was told to just go away, like you're not even a part of this anymore. Just go out.
Mm.
So that's kind of the whole story. I'm messing it up. My memory's foggy right now, but that's the general gist of it. That's why I stress that he's not just a black samurai. He's also a first foreign samurai, first foreign born
Mm.
samurai, because that really changes the way that our timeline in history went. That was kind of like our butterfly effect. If you understand,
Mm-hmm.
it's like had he not taken that title of sword bearer, Japan would look totally different, and most likely the rest of the world would look totally different just based on
Mm-hmm.
him being a sword bearer. You know what I mean? So that's just I love the history behind that as well. But yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say, because like to be truly, I had an idea of the story of Yasuke. Like I said, lamest terms, the first black, but you saying the first foreign, it does make a lot more sense in terms of like you said, the butterfly effect of how everything ended up panning out.
yeah,
So I do appreciate that history lesson of it, but what gravitated you not necessarily to the character, but to get into the history and to learn more about the person of Yasuke? And I can ask it again once you answer that first part, but I want to see how you relate the Yasuke character to your MMA journey and who you are as an MMA fighter. But like I said, I'm like, what gravitated you to learn more of the history of Yasuke? Because that's very
So,
interesting.
Japan, the Navy had me back and forth to Japan all the time. Last time I went, I
Oh,
actually
okay.
went and got this Oni mask tattooed.
Oh, that's hard.
I kind of fuck with the Japanese culture, which honestly, especially Black Americans, usually do fuck with Japanese culture. Like we,
Hell
we
yeah!
usually
Like that,
do,
I
you
think
know
it's
what I'm saying?
dope.
So like,
Yeah.
I'm already Black American, already fucking with the Japanese. Then I get this opportunity to go, 5, 6 times. Um, so there was already that connection there. Um, but then you have this, excuse me. Let's jump back to the Afro Samurai. The Afro Samurai
Mm-hmm.
time period of my life was, and I knew this already, was based off of Yasuke. Uh, so when I'm watching Afro Samurai, in the back of my mind all the time is this mythology of this, huge black man, da, 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 Yasuke. The way my brain works now, I gotta know. Like if I'm thinking of something and I don't know it, I gotta know. You know what I mean? So
You want to fully understand something.
I
You
gotta
don't
fully
want to just
understand it.
know of. You want to fully yeah, I get it. I'm the same way.
Facts.
I get you. I get you.
So I went and did my research on it. And that was my kind of intro to Yasuke was actually Afro Samurai. But as far as the connection that I feel with it, I mean, it's not a super personal connection to be honest with you, man. It's more so the mythology behind it and the importance that again that butterfly effect, the importance of his just being. You know what I'm saying? There's not
Mm-hmm.
a whole lot of history on him as an individual person. They weren't writing down like personal accounts of the guy. You know what I'm saying? So, and if they were, it's been lost to time. So,
Right.
I don't know much about Yasuke the individual. I just know of his historical impact. And for me, if we do dig into, him being a black man, I mean, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
So,
Like yeah, like I just recently. So you put me on game. I didn't know Afro Samurai was based off of Yasuke, but now that you say it, it's like oh well, duh. Like it makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah. Like obviously, like Black people like the Japanese culture, like you said. You give us a character, not give us, but there is a historical character that was black and so on and so. So yeah, of course we're gonna gravitate towards that, but that's dope. So now I'm gonna bring back to that second half of the question, or unless you did, I think you semi answered it. But with the Yasuke character, how do you think his character translates, not necessarily to your fighting style, but more so like your mentality? Like I'm not saying that you out here doing backflips off the cage and shit like that, but how you think that aids to like your mentality when you do step into the ring?
but yeah, it's that idea of being me in that foreign space, sticking true to who I am and what I do. Um, it's also like the idea that this man was most likely taken as a child to be sold into slavery, which is a different slavery than what we in America especially know as slavery. Um, but this was more so on some like indentured servant type, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep.
but to know that this was most likely and as always, taken as a child and given to a foreign space, trained to be this mercenary, trained to be this warrior by people who most likely did not, you know, congeal with, did not look like, did not maybe understand the language right away, so forth, so on and so forth. Uh, to then go all the way to Japan to just all of a sudden jump to sword bearer and now be this reason that the world looks different. Um, that's just really fucking cool to me. And so that's
Yeah,
yeah.
and I thought about this as you was explaining, and I'm a little ignorant, so please correct me if I'm wrong. Milwaukee, I'm assuming is pretty white.
Nah, man, Milwaukee. I mean, yeah, yeah, but Milwaukee's also like where all the black people are. Like when
Really? Okay, I don't know. That's why I say I'm a little ignorant.
the
So please tell me.
the
Yeah.
great migration from the south to the north. We all went to Milwaukee and Chicago and things like that.
Oh, okay,
The
okay, okay.
Milwaukee history is one of American history, where they, all the black people moved up there, and then all of a sudden all the jobs left, and that whole good story that we hear all the time. Um,
Okay.
but so the black population out there ain't really thriving. You feel me? Welcome to America. But
Mhm.
the people, man, the people are just normal, everyday good folk, man. You do have like your kind of like white areas, and then like your complex compact black areas. But Milwaukee in general, like it's beautiful. It's still Wisconsin, so it's cold as hell. Uh,
Mhm.
uh, it ain't too different than anything else I've been to. I mean, I lived in Atlanta. I lived in Mississippi in a couple different spots. I mean, Florida now. It ain't too different.
Okay. No, I was only asking because I was trying to see if there was a connection with because I'm very interested in like I said, if I'm interested in anime, I don't mind it. Like I'm just not really an anime person. But I was trying to see if there was a connection with like the quote unquote like fish out of water idea. That's why I asked if Milwaukee was more
Oh,
so what you get what I'm saying? That's what I was
okay.
trying to see if there was a connection in that.
Now the fish out of water part, tight, tight. Okay, I see what you're saying.
You
So,
know, you know what I was trying to get
I,
at? Like that's what I was trying to
yeah,
see if like not maybe not intentionally, maybe but like subconsciously, like, like in like I said in layman's terms, black samurai in Japan, black man in Milwaukee
yeah.
type of thing. That's what I was trying to get at.
So for me, the fish out of water part comes from moving so much, moving around. So I went from Milwaukee,
Ah,
and then I went straight to Mississippi. So, what I'm saying?
mm,
You can hear it in the way I talk. I don't really sound like everybody else, whatever, right? So you got to
mm,
imagine going to Mississippi sounding like Wisconsin. Like it was a little, you know what I'm saying? It took some getting used to, you know?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so whole lot of fighting and all that stuff growing up. And then you go from Mississippi to Georgia. Now you sound like a country type hit type, you know what I mean? So then
Mm-hmm, yeah.
you boxing over there, you know what I'm saying? Then every
Mm.
time you go back to Milwaukee, you're back to the. So yeah, I was always like, I'm not gonna say fish out of water, man, because I fit in a little bit of everywhere. But it's like, uh, I guess that's the thing, like fitting in everywhere is kind of
Like I want like the term I use is fish out of water, and I feel like I somewhat relate because it's not necessarily that you don't fit in, but it's more so that you stand out.
boom, boom.
Like
Yeah, that
you know
part,
what I'm
that
saying?
part.
Like it's not that you don't fit in, you stand out. Like
Hmm.
you're
And
like
I've
yeah, okay.
always stood
So
out.
now
Yeah, for sure.
I get you, I get you, I get you. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk the MMA. So tell me about your experience of getting into the dojo and your initial feeling and like what really got you into mixed martial arts and jiu-jitsu and kickboxing, so on and so forth.
So yeah, started with Red Shafer up in Milwaukee, doing jiu-jitsu with my little brother. And I wasn't super consistent with it. We were kids, so it was just more of a fun thing to do. But with me always being so involved in the martial arts, always watching the Bruce Lee movies, always watching Iron Man was one of my favorites. Um, uh, that was the one, Jet Li. He fought all the black belts in the same ring.
Oh, I think I had that DVD. Like I think I remember the cover is like him like jumping midair. It's like a blue background. The
Yeah,
cover is all black. I forgot the name of the. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't name the movie though.
movies like that. You feel me? That's what I
Yeah.
that's what I used to
Mhm.
always watch and love growing up. So the martial arts was always kind of there. So Florida, um, joined the military for special operations. I did two classes of special operations where I went from day one or week one, day one, all the way through to the day before graduation, and then started over again, and then still didn't make it through.
Yeah.
And for 4 years of high school, was training with Navy SEALs all over the eastern side of the U.S. Physically was a stud, just didn't mesh with that group very well. If you get what I'm saying. So it was like just was what it was. Once I joined, or excuse me, once I didn't make it through that program, um, went to the boat and just did regular Navy stuff, and it didn't feel that void, that gap. You know what I mean? Like I said,
Mm.
for 4 years, I'm training with Navy SEALs all across the Eastern. I'm talking to this guy and that guy and running this group and leading this and that. So I was always in a certain position of uh, of leadership, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you go to the regular Navy, it's not quite like that. So there was a gap, there was a void missing, and also just the hard work. Yeah, the leadership and all that stuff is cool, but I mean, there's a certain feeling you get from hard work that I just wasn't getting from the regular Navy, and so I jumped back into martial arts. And man, I'm so glad I did. I ended up meeting with some guys that took me under their wings and lifted me on up and through there until you have what you have today. Shout out to my big brother Kevin Church, who's back on another grind. He had a bad injury, man, and took his time, healed up properly, got the necessary surgeries and all that good stuff, and he's back on the grind. Just won some I want to say nogi jiu-jitsu competition yesterday, not the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Timeline's a little different out there from us in Thailand, but yeah, man, shout out to Kevin Church. He put me under his wing, would teach me all the techniques as we were going throughout the day, would tell me, hey, don't worry about that. I want you to focus on this, do this instead, whatever. Went to watch a couple of his fights. Actually watched Ramon, my first time going to a combat night fight, watched Ramon fight, Ramon
Oh
Tavares,
boy.
current UFC fighter. Um, and yeah, man, fell in love with it. Next thing I know, I'm in the cage. You know what I'm saying? I went from
Hey
watching
man,
them
that's
and
what's up.
having been under my wing to just all of a sudden I'm in there now. I'm like, oh shit, you know. I went from looking up at y'all like, man, they're so cool, to now like I'm the guy that the kids looking up at, like, oh, he's so cool.
Like you and
Um,
that shit now, yeah. But hey, shout out to Ramon, man. We still rocking with you, dog.
oh yeah,
Bounce back, bro.
most
Bounce back.
definitely, most definitely.
Bounce
And
back,
he
dog.
will,
That's all I'm
and
gonna
he will.
say.
That's just part of the game. Unfortunately, like it just be like that sometimes. But
No, it's the
yeah,
game, and in my
Ramon,
personal opinion, I think he still put up a good fight against, a name that the UFC is clearly trying to push. So, but yeah, like you could tell. But no,
yeah,
like yeah. But anyways, so that's what's up. So how do I actually had a question before I'm gonna get to what I was gonna ask. Oh, okay. I was gonna ask because you said something interesting about the whole you wasn't really necessarily feeling fulfilled with what you was getting from the Navy compared to what you was getting with the whole MMA thing. Do you think
yeah.
it's like the sense of competition that you was getting from the MMA that gravitated you towards it? Not saying that you didn't do anything competitive in the Navy, but I know the Navy, everything is like it's team oriented and you're working with other people to
It's
accomplish a goal. Versus in
it's that
MMA,
grind,
it's you
man.
versus another man.
It's that grind, man. It's that dog work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That real man business. It's different, man. That the real Navy. Um, and I ain't gonna harp too much on it because I know we love the military out here and whatnot, and I still do. Don't get me wrong. Um, I love, just as a little side note, I love what the
Mm-mm.
USA could be, and I love what our military could be. But I'm gonna be realistic about where we are in the world. And man, my time in the Navy, I had some of the worst leadership.
Oh,
I
damn.
had some of the worst, and I met some great people. Don't get me wrong, but overall, I had some terrible leadership, man. So it just kind of there was a piece missing out of that dog work, of course. But then when I go from working with a guy like just say Mr. Cutler, was an old SEAL out there in Georgia. When I go to working or go from working with somebody of of this certain type of attitude, this certain stature, this certain posture, people
Hey,
that
that's the standard.
literally, man, I'm talking about we in there chit chatting one day, bro, and dude walked in behind us. It wasn't Mr. Color or somebody else. Um, Walked in behind us, and everybody just kind of like got quiet in the room. Like it just slowly, all the noise died down. Nobody turned around, but the noise died down, and we like, man, it's kind of weird in here, ain't it? Like, what happened? It's like, everybody just sitting there like, damn, what's wrong? And it was like at the same time we all turned around, and Buddy was just standing there all chest poked out, whatever.
Oh,
So it's like
hell no.
when you literally walk in the room and the energy shift, you feel me? Like, you don't have that in the regular Navy. You don't. You don't.
Right.
At some point, man, you don't have that in the special operations side of the Navy. Your special warfare guys are all, whatever, but special operations, you don't really have that. And so yeah, there was a huge void missing from going and training with these guys every twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever. My entire time in high school, not only training with them, but swimming full time and playing lacrosse and off season with track, all this good stuff. Not including what I'm doing at home. I'm skating all the way from Gwinnett, Georgia to Midtown Atlanta, taking the
Ooh,
Marty
Lord.
and shit, like going all the way down the Beltline, sitting at the skate park until 10, 11 p.m. and then coming back home. Like, we was really outside moving and doing stuff. And now I'm inside a
Hmm.
metal container on the ocean. It's very, very different, and I didn't
Yeah.
like it. So I jumped back into martial arts, man, and it opened up the doors for me again.
And I'm pretty sure you've seen all types of things being in the MMA on your MMA journey, been to a whole bunch of different places. Like obviously you went to different places in the military, but MMA,
Hmm.
I know it can take you to a lot of different places. So my question now is what got you to not necessarily Combat Night Pro, but just any sort of way to get your name out there to put your name on the map and get onto the MMA scene? Like, is that like a you get recruited or you just got to know somebody type of thing? Like, how does that work?
To fight with Combat Knight specifically?
Not them specifically, because I know you fight in different organizations and things like that. But I'm just saying in general, just to get into that
Uh,
competitive field instead of just just fighting with your boys at the dojo type of thing. Like, where do you get to like fighting with organizations? Is what I mean.
okay. I mean, man, for the most part, I just put trust in my coaches. I put trust in my coaches and let them guide me. Um, so it started really with me just training, showing hard work, and letting my coaches know, hey, I do want to fight. I want y'all to know that I want to fight, but I also understand that I might not be ready right now. So I'm gonna keep
Mhm.
grinding. But when you think I'm ready, let me know so that we can get this going. And then they have all the connections. Um, but as I've grown and I'm on the cusp of going pro right now, um, as I've grown and kind of gone through the processes multiple times, I'm in Facebook groups where it's just, fighters wanted. And I'll be scrolling
Really?
through Facebook and I'll see uh, you need a 185 pounder on this date at this time for this promotion. I message back, are y'all gonna fly me out? Y'all got a hotel there? And if you do, cool. If not, all right, we're gonna skip that one. Appreciate it. Like, um, especially now that I'm starting to grow a little bit on my Instagram and stuff, I get promotions reaching out to me at least weekly nowadays. Like they're like, hey, we got this opportunity. Hey, we got that opportunity. Um, but to start, I always tell people just put trust in your coaches. You can try
Mhm.
to hop on, and no shade to them because I love it. You could try to hop on a street beefs card or something like that.
Mhm.
Go out there and get you a little experience,
I
whatever.
love them things.
But
I don't care what nobody
man,
say. I love watching Street Beefs.
I love street beefs. I tried to get. I
Yeah.
actually, I did message dude. I messaged Face, and I don't know if it was him I was talking to or not, but somebody messaged me back with all the poppers this time, this date, or whatever. I told my coach. My coach is like, no. He was like, no, dude. Like, if you want to fight that bad, we'll just go right here. But it was more so of a distance thing. He was like, we got to fly out
Oh,
there
okay,
and all
okay.
this stuff just to go do a street beast bout, or we can drive 30 minutes this way. Like, so that's really what it was mostly about.
No, yeah, and I'm glad you said that because I thought it was more from a standpoint like they just be bringing in anybody because they be bringing in
I
anybody,
mean,
but like,
there is also
but
some.
don't get me wrong though, they're like, from what I understand, at least when it comes from like those underground promotions that gets people's names out there, like I know they're one of the bigger ones. Like shit, Death Sentence, like.
Right.
I don't want no beef death sentence, even though I feel like I'll probably knock your ass out. But like,
I'm good. I don't want
you know
no
what I'm saying?
smoke.
But like, everybody knows who death sentence is because they came from
Yeah,
Street Beef. So I thought it was
yeah.
more so like like nah, like we gon' so it was a distance thing.
It is more so a distance thing, but I mean, there is also an aspect of like, I don't know who they gonna match me up with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just
Mm-hmm.
as much as I told them, just as much as I was honest with them about my fighting record at the time, I think I was probably like 1-1, if not like 2-1 or something like that. Um, as honest as I was with them about my record, somebody else could just lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
and so imagine worst case scenario, right? Worst case scenario, you're a beginner fighter, you ain't got no fights. You go to street beefs, And this is again worst case scenario. I know the Street Beast is doing everything they can to make sure this don't happen. I personally watched them, see them make sure that this don't happen, and I've heard them talk about it before. But again, worst case scenario, you go there, somebody's in line, finagle their way into this match with you, and that motherfucker got 10, 11, whatever fights, right? Psychology don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? So you might go look them up, and then you don't see it on there either. You get in there and get hurt. Now, I don't know what type of insurance them folks got. I don't know
Yeah.
what type of medical is on site. You feel me? Like
If
people
any,
think that
right?
this is, if any, you feel me? So like this is a real thing that we really do. I know that they see these UFC fighters walk out the cage, yeah, woo, every night, but like, or every Saturday, but like, y'all don't realize when them boys don't do that. Like y'all kind of ignore when they hobbling out with their lip on.
And I know that was a big thing with Ngannou, why he was like, I'm good.
Like
Pretty
this is
much, yeah.
a real thing that we really do. And so to put your health and your body on the line, um, when everything's not perfect, it is it's a tough ask. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most
So,
definitely. And I told Ramon the same thing. Hey, I give MMA fighters all of the respect in the world. Like, because like I play football. I'm a football player, play basketball, but like I did my thing with football. But I've always a little fun fact for the people that's watching that know me. I actually did want to get into MMA, and I was in like middle school. And I told my dad, and he was like, "Fuck no." He was like, "What?" He was like, "Fuck no," because my dad he was watching boxing, he was watching MMA, like so I knew of it. But I was like, Dad, I think I want to do MMA training. I had to have been in like 7th or 8th grade or something like that. He was like, fuck no. You got to get on that fucking football field and forget about that shit.
but you see, this
But
the crazy part though. Like when you don't, and I mean, I don't blame nobody for not knowing. But if you don't know, then you don't know, bro.
then you don't
MMA
know.
low key safer than football. If you ask me, I would rather my son
In
do
a
MMA
way,
than play football. You know what I mean?
because I be watching NFL and college games and I be seeing some of these hits and I'm like, God damn, I'm glad I don't play no
Man,
more.
I'm talking about car wreck after car wreck after car wreck. Like,
And then especially when you get to a higher level, like I played D2, I be watching Alabama versus Georgia, and I be seeing how these boys be. I'm like, hell no, dog. Like, like, and keep in mind, I ain't no small ass dude, but I ain't no big motherfucker either. I'm like 5'10". I float between like 230, 250 ish. Like I float in between. But these,
uh,
and I played linebacker. Bro, linebacker in the NFL, these motherfuckers 6'2", 6'3". 2 fit like nah, I'm
mm,
good. So like I'll much rather break down and watch and just be a fan. But like the more I be
yeah,
watching and the older I'm getting, my knee be aching every now and then. I'm like, God damn, how the fuck did I used to do some of that shit? Yeah. So
real,
yeah,
real.
yeah.
Especially,
So all
especially
right,
when it comes
so
to
my fault,
boxing.
go ahead.
Like, I much prefer my kid to do MMA than boxing. Uh,
Mm.
man, I be watching them boys take some licks for what
Mm-hmm.
is it? 10 rounds max now? I think it used to be
Mm-hmm.
12, and now it's 10.
Yep.
Um, 10 rounds of you getting boom. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And then you go you temporarily take a nap, and as long as you wake up in 10 seconds and put your hands up, you get to go again. Nah, bro, I'm good.
Look
Because
on that. That
some
is one
people are
thing I
too
do
dumb
like
to go
about
to sleep.
MMA. If a ref sees that you are out, like it's over, bro. It
It's
ain't no
over.
10-second count. Yeah, it's
He
over. It's
he
over.
might get you a one, maybe two more fights over. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just because the ref couldn't make it there in time. Like
All right,
you're
right,
gonna be
right.
all right for the most part. But
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. That's just crazy, man. Like the young kids be calling me Unc. I'm very okay with being Unc. Like, hey, like I am so okay with being Unc. But all right,
man,
let's
they
go ahead
started
and
to
start
call
getting
me
into
up. I'm
those.
like, ain't no way.
Yeah, man. Like, hey, I'm fine with it, dog. But all right, so let's go ahead and transition over to you starting your professional career. So I see in 2022 is where you had your first fight and your first win against Raymond Pelt, first round TKO.
Well, that's still I'm still in my amateur career. So
Correct.
I'm not going pro probably up
Well,
until
I
after
use it
next year.
interchangeably because I feel like if you have, and this is just my personal opinion, if you have the balls, amateur, UFC, PFL, whatever the case may be, if you have the balls to step into the cage and be like, I'm going to fight this dude, I see that as you a pro fighter. Like compared to a
I see what
motherfucker
you're
like
saying.
me,
I see what you're
like you
saying.
get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
so
yeah,
I say pro career. I know what you mean because it's the amateur scene. I'll say amateur for the sake of the conversation. So your first amateur fight, Raven Pelt 2022 first round TKO.
Yeah.
Take me through the, like, you know, it's your first fight. Like, what's the feelings? What's the emotions? Like, saying like this is your first amateur fight, and like here we go. Like, what was the feelings behind that?
Man, I'm trying to dig back into those type of emotions, bro. For real. The
Mm,
My first fight, I was like overly confident. Like
mm.
like you Francis Ngannou wasn't gonna stop me that night.
Oh
Like
damn, you was walking
I
like
was
that.
ready to work. You feel me? Now don't get me wrong, bro just took my head off my shoulders. But that the level of confidence that I had, you feel me? Like that's like um it's also like a little bit of like unearned confidence. Um
Mm,
because man, you don't realize it's like you don't know what you don't know. And then once you know,
mm,
then you realize, oh, it's a lot of scary shit out here. You know what I'm saying? If you take a walk
mm,
through the woods and you only ever watch Snow White, the woods is very nice. It's very chill,
mm.
right? You go watch some Brothers Grimm, and then go take that walk again the next day. It's gonna be a little different, right? So
That
at
shit
that
about to take
time,
your head off.
you feel me? At that time, it was very Cinderella. It was very,
Mm,
the hardest fights that I've had were mostly when I was a kid. uh, I say kid, but like, 15, 16, 17, 18,
growing up.
um, or training in the gym with church,
Mm,
with, these guys. So, um, that fight, I was like, okay, you're not church, and you're not any of these guys that I fought back when I was a kid. So like, I'm gonna smoke you.
yeah, who the fuck are
Like
you? Yeah. Hmm.
easy work, you know me? Plus, I love this. I actually, truly, like, genuinely love this. Um, so not only am I having fun with it, but like in my head, you can't fuck with me. So, it was funny when I was backstage, we were warming up or whatever, and I got this music playing, but I'm playing more chill music. Over time, it
Mm,
got aggressively, or it got more aggressive, and now that I've kind of realized that, I'm jumping ahead. But that first fight, I was probably listening to some JID,
mm.
some Billy Caldwell was in there somewhere, some Bill Withers was in there, Howlin' Wolf, you know what I'm saying? Some
Oh,
old
this man
like
was outside of JID.
70s,
You
like
was chilling on the. You
60s,
was
like
chilling, just
Jid was just the top. You feel me? Like it got way
like to
more
get you. You know, to get you in that mode a little bit. Yeah.
to be in that mode, but at the same time to be chill and calm with it. Like I'm back there,
Mm-hmm.
I'm vibing with
Yeah,
it. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Listen to my Bill Withers. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, So that's the type of vibe I was on backstage. The song that they were supposed to play, I forget what song I asked them to play, but when I walked out, it was a different song than what I had actually asked them to play, and
Damn, they
it
Mike
was
Perry you?
oh yeah, they did heavy, but it was still fire though because it was Kendrick Lamar. It was this is a day for me. Yeah, yeah,
Humble,
yeah.
humble, 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 humble.
Humble. It was
I'm a
humble that
Kendrick
they
fan,
played.
so as soon as I'm a Kendrick fan. And
Oh, I
see,
love Kendrick.
yeah,
Love
Kendrick,
Kendrick.
I'm a Kendrick fan. That's why you won your first fight because they fucked it up and put on that boy. That's why you won your shit. That's why you won your first
Yeah,
fight.
yeah, that's what I'm getting at, right? So I'm back there, I'm listening to all this chill type, whatever. So my backstage is very calm, very relaxed. A lot of people they be backstage, and this was me as I started fighting some more, and I had to pull back. Oh, and now like by the time the
Mm-hmm.
fight started, you kind of burnt out, like mentally at least, because you've been hyped up for the last 4 hours, and then just sitting in this chair, like or laying on the floor. So. Um, the reason I said all that is because my backstage was very relaxed. My backstage was very chill. On my walkout, y'all played the wrong song, but it actually was the right song. It was Humble by Kendrick Lamar. So I come out, I look, I'm like, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I grew with cereal sandwiches and crumble louds, right? Like I'm vibing on the
Mm-hmm.
whole way to the stage. Um, yeah, man, that was the most like calm I've been in a fight yet. Um, this Muay Thai fight that I'm gonna have soon, you guys are gonna be able to see like truly how much I've grown in my martial arts journey because I've finally I went backwards and I found out how to be that calm again in my fights, how to woo-saw a little bit and really do what I know how to do. Man, I've been so much better than I've showed y'all for like 3 fights, at least 3.
Damn.
I've been much, much better, but I was too too pumped up, you know?
Emotion. I seen I forgot
Yeah.
I don't know what fighter I was listening to talk. I think it was Bisping. I think it was Michael Bisping. And he was like, anytime I seen like, if you catch somebody with a jag or if you catch somebody with a two and you see that you get a reaction out of them and they like get like a little irritated, pissed off, then he's like, I
Mhm.
got him. Because now you find out of emotion, like your game plan just left. So
Yeah.
now if that's the case, that you're gonna be way more dangerous if you coming from a standpoint of like, all right, like pretty much like you're gonna go into fights a lot more level headed, getting back
Yeah.
to that
And then
calm state.
it's like you can't beat me when I'm not when my brain is right, you can't beat me. So imagine when I'm chilling,
Mm,
when I'm
mm.
calm and I can see everything and I'm just vibing. Like it's just yeah. I'm very excited for this one, man. Very, very excited. For sure.
That's what's up. So I wanted to ask because you and it just from me spectating you because I watched a couple of your fights, obviously. Um, and I feel like this is just with all sports. Like either you got it or you don't. Like you could tell if somebody's a natural, not necessarily fighter or footballer. If somebody's a natural athlete, you can tell, and I could tell that you're a natural athlete. So
Mhm.
I'm assuming you did tape study on the dude that you was about to fight. Do you think some of that confidence came from you seeing that dude was like, oh yeah, I'm about to. He ain't fucking with me. I'm about to beat the
Uh,
shit out of him. Was it one of those type of things, or was it
with
just more so you? Yeah, I'm talking about your first fight. Your first fight.
okay, with Ray in particular, no, I honestly, man, he's the only person that I've never like. I mean, the only person that I knew of that I had an opportunity to do fight footage research on that I didn't. Um, I'm telling you, I just it was that level of confidence of like it. I'll put it to you like this, bro. That was such a big moment, so much bigger than I really let people know that it was because like I said, I did 4 years of training with SEALs all across the eastern, side of the U.S., right? Then I go and I do two special operations classes back to back. So, your body's beat up for one, and then you jump straight back to another one with a whole new team of people, a whole new environment, group and group interactions and stuff like that, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
did boom, boom, jump right into it. Then I spent all them years on the ship being like, oh, this sucks. Can't wait to
Mm-hmm.
get out and fight and now I'm finally fighting. Like again, the confidence, the self like belief. Nobody was gonna stop me that night, so I didn't do any research on Pale. To be honest, I looked at him that one time at the face off. We did our face off, and I was like, okay, he's chunky dude. He's probably gonna try to wrestle me down, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then to think I was like, oh yeah, if he wrestles me, I'll just out wrestle him. I hadn't touched the damn wrestling mat.
Oh damn.
Man, I haven't started wrestling until like what 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, something like that. Uh,
Really?
that's when I started wrestling. Like
That's insane.
like no wrestling before that.
So
Outside
everything
of
you've been straight stand. So was that fight MMA or was it only kickboxing? No, you
that
said
was
you was thinking
MMA.
about him taking you. Yeah, you was thinking
Mhm.
about him taking you down. So
That
damn,
was
that's
that was
crazy.
MMA.
So you just recently started getting into like the BJJ and everything.
So the BJJ aspect I already got. My ground
Uh,
game is solid. I haven't been able to show it, but my ground game is
well, okay.
magnifico. You know
I
what I'm
and
saying?
I confused the two. Like the wrestling is the takedowns and the clinch work and all of that stuff.
Right. So
BJJ
that
is on
going
the
through.
ground and okay. Yeah, yeah.
So the standing portion, I'm great. The BJJ, I'm great. It's this middle ground, that wrestling portion that
Mm,
I didn't start until a year and a half, 2 years ago. Uh,
mm.
Shout out to the homie Joey Milano. Uh, he and I fought, and the dude held me down for like 3 rounds.
Ooh, I know you was
And
pissed.
I was pissed. Oh man, I
Mm-hmm.
was yelling. I was yelling, screaming, punched him in the side of the head, talking shit, trying to make him mad. Like, and he,
Like,
he
get up,
stuck to his
bitch.
game
You can't
plan.
beat me
Yeah.
straight up.
Oh, bro, I was
Yeah.
talking crazy mess, crazy. I got personal with it.
hmm
But
And I see fight even when I watch the UFC, and I like always like in any sport, I always like put myself in their shoes. What fight was I watching? I was watching Marab versus Sandhagen, and once it got to like that third, fourth, fifth round, I was like, if I was Sandhagen, I would be fucking so like, god damn, get
oh
the fuck
my
off of
god.
me.
And then the worst part is, I was saying it when I was watching that fight. Marab just plays with you. because he could have finished that fight like 3, 4 times. He didn't want to. He
Mm-hmm.
wanted to make you just suffer all the way to the end of the fifth. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
And I think that's how he be
Uh,
breaking people. Like you get to the
oh yeah,
third round and it's like, fuck, this motherfucker's still
that,
breathing fine. Like,
that's how you
damn.
submit yourself as a boogeyman. You know what I mean? They're not afraid to
Mm-hmm.
get in there with you. They're afraid to stay in there with you. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's a
Mm-hmm.
whole
Yeah.
lot different. Like,
Yeah.
but nah, man. You know, just yeah, Joey just out wrestled the shit out of me. You know, there's a couple of different things going on that day. There's always a reason why this person won, this person lost, whatever. But general, the main reason being he out wrestled me that night. And so from that day on, I was like, yeah, that shit will never happen again. Um, that's when I started wrestling. So again, back to Ray. I didn't do any research on him, didn't know much about him at all. Good dude. You know, after that, even whenever I see him fight, hey man, you know, good luck on your fight, whatever. He does the same for me. Um, so you know, no love lost or nothing like that. But just, I was just overly confident that day. Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up. Okay, so now let's do a complete 180. We get to your second fight 4 months later, your first
Mm-hmm.
L against Bill Lewis, and that went to a
Yep.
decision. So take me through that fight, round 1, 2, and 3.
Man, I haven't watched it in so long. I really don't really remember too much.
Well,
So
if you're
like
on
I said,
if you can't remember, my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
you know, there's always a reason why, right? You know,
Mm,
oh my ankle and ow, you know, and this happened before, and you know, but then my granny died, and you know, it's like there's always a
mm-hmm.
reason why this person won and this person lost. Um, my reason why, I didn't know how to cut weight, bro. I was drained as a
Uh,
motherfucker. Uh, incredibly drained. Had no stamina going into it. Backstage, I'm warming up, and coach is like, "You good?" And I'm like trying to put on a poker face. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good," but I'm like,
nah, I'm really fucked up.
"Trying to breathe." You feel me?
Yeah.
And this is the
That's
warm
funny.
ups backstage. This ain't even the fight yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, my boy Lanko, I repeat my brother, man. Lanko came back there, and I forget exactly what he told me, but he was awesome. Like, yeah, you tired, but like, so what? You're gonna be tired sometimes. So beat his ass. You know what I mean? So yeah, all right, cool. So even still, went into that fight with full confidence, full belief in myself. Uh, the first round, I remember I came out. I think I threw a jab, and it was like my body just went. You remember the old Windows shutdown noise? That doo 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 doo. Like it was one of them. So I don't remember like what the actual fight like to do a play by play. I don't remember what it looked like, but I do remember me just trying to survive and him throwing these like big hooks. I remember he threw like I think it was a spinning heel kick or something. Um, and the best that I could really do was to get out of the way of it or block it and then try to hurt him. So like,
Mm,
yeah, I know I'm hurt. I'm hurt from round one, first, second, right? The
mm-hmm.
best that I can do, because if I'm just trying to survive, I'm not hurting you, then you're just gonna beat me up for 3 rounds. Like that's
Right.
obvious. I have to do something to you. So the best that I could do was just try to move out of the way or block something and then punish him back. And that held me out, I think, for that first round. The second round is when I started trying to go for takedowns. But again, no wrestling experience or anything like that. Um, so these takedowns were like slow, just like I had to work way, way harder than I really should have, you know, if I had the technique behind it. Um, uh, and I think it was at the end, yeah, it was at the end of the second, after me just trying and trying and trying to drag this man down. I want to say I want to say I started to drag him down, and he hit me with like this like back fist as he was falling
Mm.
right across the chin. So he hits me across the chin, he falls, rounds over, if I remember this correctly. And I remember when I looked up, my corner was right in front of me. I, you know, I'm on the ground. I crawl 1, 2, get up. I sit in the stool, and as I look over, his corner is like scooping him up from the floor because he was also crawling back to his corner. So now we both tired as hell. You feel me? And I remember thinking to myself like, as I'm sitting there for the second, I've been sitting here struggling to get this man down just so I can like breathe a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing I was tired from the first, seeing his corner pick him up, I was like, okay, we ain't as bad as we thought. You know what I'm saying?
It's 0-0.
So I don't remember. I don't remember much about that third round. I probably was just trying to live in that third round. Um, but what I remember most about it is that after the fight was over, he won the decision. As I walk out of the cage, the doctor's like looking at me and stuff and checking on me. I got blood coming off my face from somewhere. I'm sitting there, big ass smile on my face. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Any dizziness?" I'm like, "I feel great." I'm chilling, bro. I'm having a great time. I love this game, whatever. So I turn around to walk back out and into the backstage area, and the whole crowd, you got probably three rows of the benches, 3 rows here, 3 rows here, 3 rows here, 3 rows here, and like everybody's looking at me, but everybody like sad type, like, "Oh, you lost, huh?" And my boy Lanko and my wife was sitting there like, "Yeah, woo!" And I don't know why this came out of me, dog, but I looked at everybody and I was like, "Are you not entertained?" And like did
Oh,
one of
hell
these.
no. For real? What did
Hey,
they
the
do?
crowd went stupid, bro. They went crazy. Everybody
That's
like
funny
it
as
got
hell.
loud as hell because Bill had some buddies. Man, that whole fight. Now I didn't hear him in the moment, but I remember watching it back. It just hit me when I was watching that fight back. You could hear Bill's homies in the background, like just talking cash money shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the fight game. That's
Mhm.
that's what people do.
What possessed you to tell them, are you not entertained in the first place? After taking it, was it like, hey, I fucking survived? Or like, what?
It was like, yo, we do this shit. Like you're not. I mean, we could sit here and name people all day that haven't taken the L. You feel me? And I was one of
Right.
those people. Like you hear people say all the time, like, "Oh, I'm undefeated in the streets. I'm 30-0 in the street." Like I was really one of those that was actually like that. You feel me?
Mm.
Either I outboxed you, or I just out survived you in the fight to the point where like 30 seconds into the fight, now you talking about, "No, I'm good. No, I'm tired." I'm like, "No, I'm just getting started. What's up?" Like, you
Yeah,
feel
like,
me?
no,
Like,
hold on, no,
even
man,
if
you
I
gonna
ain't
get
beat you in
this.
the first little 20 seconds or so, like, nah, you gonna get this work. You like,
Yeah.
so like, I've never been afraid to fight. Never been worried about it. That was my first loss, as far as I can remember, ever. So
Mm.
like, on one hand, like, yeah, I just took an L. On the other, like, I do this though. Like, yeah, it didn't hurt my pride, my ego at all. So when I walked out and I see y'all all home, I'm like, fuck y'all sad for it, nigga. Like, that was fun. That was cool. Like, yeah, that was fun as hell. Like, are y'all not entertained? Uh, so yeah, man. I don't know. That's why I say I love this shit. Like, I truly like. Obviously, we all want to win more than we want to lose, but like, win or lose, like, I love this shit. Like, this is cool as hell to me. Especially
That's
now, I'm a
what's up.
full-time fighter. Like, I you won't hear me complaining about work because I get to go to the gym and train people. Like,
Mm.
that's a vibe. That's shit. Much better than working a 9 to 5, working a government job, or being in the Navy. To me.
Shit, you telling me?
Yeah.
Shit, yeah, I get it. No, I get it 1,000%. That's what's up though. Okay, so now that that happened, and correct me if I'm wrong before I ask this next question. Was that your one and only loss, and you've been undefeated since?
No, I lost. I got a shot. Uh, I got a chance to fly out to Pennsylvania with Art of War Promotions,
Mm-hmm.
out there in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, and I fought a guy named Joey Milano. And Joey at the time, pure wrestler, no real striking to be heard of, no real ground and pound threat to be heard of. So I'm going into this fight thinking, okay, here's a pure wrestler with no hands, right? Here I
Mm-hmm.
am, lots of hands,
Mm-hmm.
decent jiu-jitsu, and I'm being modest with that, but like pretty good jiu-jitsu, but no wrestling, right? So in my head, you're probably gonna take me down, but when you take me down, I'm gonna throw up this triangle, this omoplata, this whatever, like it. I can work down there. I'm not uncomfortable at all on my back. Um, so I went into that fight thinking like, wherever it goes, I'm still gonna win, right? Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, we all got excuses as to why things go the way they went, but Buddy was just on top of me the whole time. Whole 3 rounds of just wet
Oh, is
blanket.
this the fight where
Like,
you was talking shit?
Yeah, yeah. So the whole time,
Okay.
I did an interview one time, and Buddy actually went through and like timed how long it took him to take me down. So he's like, "Hey, in round one, it took him a total of 27 seconds before he shot for a takedown. In round two, 15 seconds. Round three, it was 10 seconds. Like, so he was like, he didn't really want to fight. He wanted to hold you down. But
Mm,
the way I see it, this is a game that we play. This is a sport, and there are rules to the sport. There's a judging and a criteria, right? And if you can hold me down for 3 rounds and I can't get up, I lose.
yeah.
Now the
Yeah.
fighter in me is like, yo, you a bitch, get up, like,
Yeah.
whatever,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Because like I wanna fight for real, right? Especially when I travel all the way from Florida to this spot, right? My first time being flued out, what I'm saying? All this good stuff.
Yeah,
So
feeling
like
good, feeling bougie.
I want to put on a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
But you're playing the way, or you're playing the game the way that the game is supposed to be played. So I ain't mad at him. Like I said, with most of my opponents, we still talk. He actually just won the CFFC championship, um, 2 nights ago, maybe.
Oh, shout
Um,
out to him.
yeah, no, shout out to him for sure. Uh, So here's a dude who, had a game plan that worked out for him. I didn't like it. The fans didn't like it, but it worked. Um,
Dub the dub.
so yeah, that's honestly that fight, like, it was more so the experience than it was the actual fight. Getting flown out, having to create a, a timeline. So, hey, we're here for this time, or this amount of days. At this point, I got to be here. At this time, I got to be here, right? Creating that itinerary. You know, they gave me some amenities and stuff. So, I got to go buy food, right? So, what do I need to
Mm-hmm.
eat? If I'm here for 3 days and 2 of those days are before the fight, then what do I need to eat for these 2 days going up? Um, this is like my fifth amateur fight, fourth or fifth amateur fight. Um,
Mm.
I don't really know what I should be eating like that.
You're
So
right.
like, here's something to learn. Okay, well now we're in a new city. We want to go experience everything. We want to go sightseeing, right? And I got 2 days before the fight. Is that really the time to go do that? Or should
Mm.
we wait till, what I'm saying, whenever, right? Like, there's a lot of things and a lot of like small details um, that came from that fight that had nothing to do with necessarily the fight itself that I hold as as more of a learning lesson in the actual fight. The lesson I
Gotcha.
learned from the fight was fucking learn how to wrestle, learn how to get somebody up off you because there's gonna be times where you're on your back and you can't do anything about it. I'd never
Mm-hmm.
experienced that before. If I was on my back, either you're trying to submit me or I'm trying to submit you or get up, right? So like
Right.
normally it's very safe, but it's not safe all the time, right? So cool, that's one. Um, Number two, if I'm on the bottom and I'm punching you, the ref ain't gonna stand us up because I'm still striking. So
Right,
stop,
right, right.
right? Like there's, what I'm saying, there's lessons to
Mm-hmm.
be learned in everything, and so
So you take that, even though it was a loss, and this is what I've learned just playing sports, like there's wins in losses or
hell
lessons
yeah,
in losses. Like there's
that's
things to
basically what I'm
always,
trying to say. Yeah,
yeah. I get exactly
I,
what you mean. Okay,
I tell
so
my
that's what's
guys
up.
that
I
are
get
on the
that.
come up now. I got a lot of guys over at Ruckus Muay Thai. They're on the come up, and they're like, oh yeah, I want this many wins and do, and I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, it kind of sucks to say it, and I hope that I can guide you appropriately so that you don't have to go this route. But I learned way more from my losses than I did any of my wins.
Mm-hmm.
You can combine all my wins and then take these 2 losses, and I learned way more from these 2 losses than I did all these wins combined. So like,
Mm-hmm.
I tell my guys like, I hope that you go undefeated forever. I'll do my best to make sure that that happens for you. But like, on the other hand, bro, a win or a loss to teach you as much as you can take from it,
Right,
basically. You know what I mean?
right, right. No, that's what's up. No, that's good shit though. No, that's definitely good. So okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. Was Stewart? No, 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 not Stewart Maddox. Let me slow down. It was I can't think of the dude's name. I know Hispanic dude on the chunkier side. Was that
Oh,
your first Combat
uh,
Night Pro fight?
no, that was my first title. My first title win. My first title fight was the one with Joey Milano out in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Another
okay, okay.
reason. where I was like, man, damn, this is a title fight, and I'm on my back the
Uh,
whole time.
yeah, so that made you even more pissed off that he's like, bro, let's
Yeah,
stand up. This is a title fight. Let's stand up.
I
Yeah,
remember
I get
after
it.
the fight,
Okay.
the promoter was like, I've never heard someone talk so much shit during a fight. I was like, bro, I was trying to like, I was doing what I could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was my first title shot. This was my first title win. Was against Javier Martinez for combat.
Yeah. Okay, so
Um,
I want to talk about that fight. So I watched that one leading up to this interview, and I don't know how true it is. Did dude's kneecap dislocate or something during the fight?
his MCL and ACL, I think, ripped or whatever. Um, yeah, I jabbed him, and when I jabbed him, he pushed his weight back on it in like a weird position, and it just, I guess it all just pop, snap, whatever. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh. So one
You
thing,
know,
like playing sports, playing football, I've never broken, I've never torn, I've never dislocated. I've sprained, like little nagging
yeah,
injuries, but I've never broken, torn, dislocate
same,
nothing. So, but I've
same.
I've came really close. Like I was playing running back one time, ran up the middle, dude, big ass lineman. And when I was playing running back, this is why this story I'm telling you is why I went to linebacker. I said fuck that running back shit. Like I was running up the middle and I ran tough. Like I'd rather truck somebody than to use all my energy to try to shake you. Like I'd rather just truck you.
Yeah.
So I ran tough and everybody knew that. So this lineman, he shot me at the knee. Helmet went straight to the knee. My knee popped out and back in.
Ooh,
And everybody, and I thought I was done. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I ain't going to college no more. This shit's over with. Went to the doctor and they was like, you just had a bone contusion. Like you got really lucky. Like nothing torn. You just need to rest in ice, so on and so forth.
ooh.
So anytime I hear anything knee injury related, I always think about what I felt. And that happened to me like a few times on both of my knees. Like a few times. And once it happened like the third time, I'm like, fuck this running back shit. I'd rather hit motherfuckers than to be
Nah, for
have these
real.
people chopping at my knees. Yeah, fuck that. So yeah, so anytime I hear knee injuries, it just brings me back to that. And it's just like anytime I hear knee injury, like I start rubbing my knees and like my knees start aching. So yeah,
My
that's all
palms
it
get
takes.
sweaty. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all it takes is just stepping the wrong way or just like moving around and all that shit goes. So like,
But you
damn,
know
but
what
yeah,
else?
I was watching that
He
fight and I seen that he was like just dragging his leg around the cage pretty much. But
he
shout
was
out to
also
him
a
for
heavyweight
getting through
and
it
a
though.
light heavyweight who came down to middleweight. And so, I'm assuming
Mm.
that there was a lot of that involved too,
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and I want to say this too. The commentary will have you thinking that, oh no, his knee broke and oh the whole fight is just do do do. Like the whole first 90 seconds of that fight, that dude couldn't put hands on me. He didn't touch me until he was on his back and he like threw up like one of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even that was my fault for not sitting on him the way that I know I should. Again, like I said, right, being um too into it, right? I should have
Mm-hmm.
sat on him and dropped some hammers, and then that fight would have been over. But instead, for the last 90 seconds of that fight, I was just kind of standing over and loosely throwing shit. That's not how we're supposed to operate. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Again, and I know these things, but when you're in the mood and when you're in that zone and da da da, and you're not thinking properly. So again, Brian, I can't express to y'all how much excitement I have for y'all to see these next two. Because like
I'm
I
ready
feel like I
for him.
cracked
So
the
let's go ahead
code a
and let's
little
go ahead and
bit.
get to it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to it because I'm actually glad you brought that up. So I will be there for one of the two. I'm gonna be at the one
Yeah.
here. I'm
Okay.
gonna be at
Yeah.
the one here. Like
Yeah.
so, I'm from Orlando. I would love to go to the Orlando one because is that one the I know you have a kickboxing title defense and then you have like an MMA title defense, correct?
So it's a Muay Thai title that I'm gonna be taking off this other guy. Kanyon Smith is his name. He has the Muay Thai title right now. I'll be taking it off of him, and then in November, coming back to Duval. I like saying that.
Mm-hmm.
That shit fun. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Coming back to Duval, and then we'll have my MMA title defense. So that's my belt. That's this one right here. I'll be defending that belt in November, and I'll be taking his in October.
Got
So then
you,
I'll
and
be
I
watching.
like it because you saying that you gonna take it. I like it. I like it. But
Oh
I would
yeah,
definitely
yeah, that
be
one.
at that November one. It's at Prime Osborne, right?
Most likely. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
More
I'm
than
gonna be
likely.
at the November one, but I really would love to go to the Orlando one because Orlando's home for me. So it would
Yeah.
be nothing for me to just go home. But yeah, but I don't think I could make that one. But nah, I wish you luck in both of them. And like I said, man, like I'm a big believer in like if you got it, then you got it, or if like just somebody always naturally looking like they fit into the sport. And I'll tell you myself, like I'm not even trying to glaze or nothing like that, but like you could just tell that, like I could tell that you are a natural at fighting. Like
I
you
appreciate
could
it.
like for me, like you could tell if somebody's like clunky, like like they just got coordinated type of thing. No, like everything you do
Yeah.
is fluid. Like everything you do is fluid. Like you put your power in the right place. So that's why I really wanted to do this interview with you because I definitely do see the potential. You already doing your thing. You got a belt. You about to go take another belt. So
Yep.
I'm rooting for you, dog. And like I said, I'll be there in November. I'll most likely do a vlog. So if I can get with you after the fight, however that may work
Yeah.
out, I would love to do like a quick, 2-minute post-fight interview when you do retain your belt.
Most
Um,
definitely.
yeah. So I have one fun question and then one like, what's your goal question. So my fun
Okay.
question is, if you had to compare yourself to anybody currently in the UFC in terms of your fight style, who would it be?
Ah, that's tough.
Mm. I'm
That's
interested to
tough.
hear. I want to know. I want to know. Any division. It don't got to be middleweight. It
Fluffy.
could be whatever. Just I'm talking purely fight style.
I watched a fight from Fluffy Hernandez where
Mm.
I was like, hey, not I can do that, but like I do that. Like
Mm. Okay.
the same. Maybe a lot of these guys have me beat speed and conditioning, or excuse me, strength and conditioning, just flat out. Like, but I would say, man, I watched a fight from Fluffy Hernandez once where I was like, hey, I do that. Like the same way that he's doing that right there is how I do that. And
Mm.
I remember it. I remember I was in the garage when I was watching it. I was sitting there holding my phone like this, and I was smiling at first, and I kind of like that lip start rising a little bit. And I was
Mhm,
like,
mhm.
oh, nigga, like I do that, you know?
Like no, I do like fluffy style a lot. Like ha- comparing y'all two, he's real fluid. Like not
Mhm.
necessarily there's no wasted movement, but every movement is with a purpose. That's what I mean. Like
When
I watched the clip of your Stuart Maddox KO.
uh,
Man, that thing was so clean. He took his ass out of there. I was like, yeah, that was clean. Yeah. When I
uh,
seen that, but stuff like that is where I say like not necessarily like he gonna be so on and so forth, but it's just like you could just tell if somebody has the natural ability to fight, the natural
mm,
ability to play football, to play back. And I was telling you myself, like not even trying to glaze, like you have it, dog. So like I'm rooting for you. I hope I see you on the UFC card very soon. And speaking of
definitely will.
UFC, so what is your goal in the next 3 to 5 years?
No, I do see myself 100% being there. It's not even a question of like whether I'll make it to the UFC. It's just a matter of when I'll make it, and then
Mhm.
depending on when, how much time I'll have left to work with. So take this title off of Buddy, and no hate towards him whatsoever. Uh, I heard him say that we fight very similarly. And I thought the same thing as well when I first watched a couple of his fights. But
Mm.
we are on two different levels, and I'd be very surprised to lose this fight. That
Uh,
doesn't mean that I'm not working as hard as I would for anybody else. It only gets harder as you go up, so guaranteed I'm working harder now than I was before. Um,
mhm.
but I'd be very surprised to lose this fight. Um, and then going into my MMA title defense, man. I mean, again, this Muay Thai title is more of a tester. I'm sticking my toe in the
Mhm.
water to see if this time if I got the temperature right. You know, um, once I figure out if I got that temperature right, I'm sliding through whoever they bring for my MMA title defense. I've given them a couple of names. We'll see if those names come back around. Um, after my MMA title defense in November, I'm gonna give it a break. My wife's birthday, Christmas, kid's birthday, all is December. Then mine January, so we're
Congrats
gonna
on that.
chill. And then that CFFC title that I just told you about with Joey Milano. Well, you got Joey Milano who has the belt, and then you have Bill Lewis who's going for the belt, and then you have me, right, who has these belts over here. I
Mm.
just haven't fought with CFFC yet. Um,
Mm.
So because I've been sticking with Combat Night has treated me decently so far. So I've been sticking with them, but not because they beat me, but just because we all kept going up. I want to run these back. Bill
Mm-hmm.
Lewis and Joey Milano. Again,
Yep.
I ain't salty. It ain't because they beat me, but
I
you beat me and
mean,
you kept
let's be
going up.
real. You ain't salty, but you a little bit.
No,
No.
not even at all. Like genuinely, the way that I see this game, it's a game. Like the same way you play football, right? If number 47, I don't know how numbers work, so sorry if it sounds stupid,
Right.
but if number
Uh,
47 tackled the shit out of you, like, are you going to go find number 47 after the game is over? Like,
no.
yeah, man.
But
So like
but what I'm
that's
trying to say is maybe salty is not the word, but it's like I'm not salty at using your example. I'm not salty towards number 47. Like I don't wish no ill will on number 47, but bitch, I need my lick back. That's are we like
hey, I respect it. I respect it. Nah,
that's how I feel. I wouldn't necessarily call it salty, but it's like, bro, I need that. I need that back. I need that.
if you beat me in the streets, then like 100%, yeah, I'm gonna need that. But like within the cage, sanctioned rules, like I'm not really tripping on it.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
it's only because they kept going forward, like you're
Mm,
still competition now. You get me? Like
mm,
you're still a competitor because you're still ranked above me, and I don't like that, right? So then I'm
mm.
just coming to take what you got. That's all that is.
Okay.
And you're
Okay.
still ranked above me because you have the belt, and so I'm just coming to take what you got. That's all that is. Like it's not at all personal. I message these guys every time they have a fight, and I genuinely mean it when I say good luck, like congratulations, like hey, how you doing, champ? Like you know what I mean, like.
Mm-hmm.
It's man, if you see my social media, it's got the cross sword, the heart and the cross sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Love amongst the violence. I did a T-shirt run where I had it in Japanese coming off the side. Love amongst the violence. That's real. Like, um, we're fighters, um, but we're not. I mean, we don't have to be like these morally gray men. You know, especially on my social media, I'm putting it in your face every day. Hey, look at what they doing. You better pay attention. Love your
Yep.
neighbor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take care of your
Mm-hmm.
babies. Like, you don't have to be morally weird to be a fighter. You can be
Right.
a good man and still fight. So anyway, yeah, I don't hold no ill will towards these men. It's just that, hey, you have what I want, and so I'm coming to get it. That's all that is.
I
But yeah,
like it.
2 to 5 years, I'll be taking Buddy's belt. I'll be defending mine. Coming to take that belt that they got, and then after that, we're going pro. My pro career, I'd say we give it. I'd say we give it 2 to 3 of those years um, of some good hard work, some decent work. Not slowing down. Um, of course, accounting for injuries and whatnot. But I say those first 2 to 3 years, we're looking for that contender series call or that the Ultimate Fighter call. I think that's the way that really people are getting in UFC nowadays. You're not really
Mm-hmm.
getting
Yeah.
too many of those last minute, hey, somebody dropped out, you want to join. It's mostly contender series. It's mostly Ultimate Fighter. Um, but that's not to say that I'm not looking at the PFL or one championship or any of these other more Asian martial arts promotions.
I really like
I,
one championship. Like
yeah,
they got some talent over there. I really
I
like one
love what the
championship.
PFL does. It's just that the PFL doesn't. When you get spoiled by the UFC and then you go back and watch the PFL, you're like, oh, where's all the theatrics? Where's the
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
colors and the pop and you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know, I like the PFL as well. I like one championship. Um, I just want to fight. I want to fight and I want to be able to provide for my family through it. As long as I can do those two things, I mean, I'm chilling. I'm not too worried about being nobody Conor McGregor, like getting all that tight, that sends you crazy money. I'm good. I don't even want it. You
Yeah.
know, I don't even want nothing to do with it. Just let me pay my bills and let me pick up my kids something from Walmart if they ask for it. Like I'm chilling. Unfortunately, I'm 26, which isn't old at all. Still even young for the sport. But had I really dug this deep when I was 22, you know,
Mm-hmm.
them
Mm-hmm.
extra 4 years could have changed everything. So that's just type of mindset I have. I'm always looking for the best case
No,
scenarios,
you
whatever.
ain't wrong.
So,
I'm 26 as
um,
well. And that's why I keep saying all these young motherfuckers, bro, you 22. Why are you calling me Unc? Like
you get
that's
what
what
I'm
like
saying?
shit like yeah, like what the fuck? Yeah. So I
And
get it.
then
But yeah.
it's worse, bro. I got two babies. I got my mom here. I got the mortgage to pay and all this shit. So like, I already feel old. Then when you get to call me
Hmm.
Unc, I'm like,
Yeah, bro, that Unc shit drives me insane. But I got this is one person out, this is one girl I'm talking to, bro, and I'm like, hey man, the Unc life ain't like it's a joke and it does irritate me, but the Unc life is not bad. It's stress
no, not at
free.
all.
You take
No.
care of your shit. You know what you want to do. And that don't
Yep.
mean I'm out here at the club. Like I got shit to take care of. I got a mission, and if that make me Unc, then I'll be Unc.
Not being at the club, not being at the bars, just you know what I mean, like that is so much of a more peaceful experience than people realize. Because it's fun when you're there, but like when you're not there, you kind of like, ooh, okay, yeah, like this cool
Mm-hmm.
too, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like you
um,
need to experience, like you do need to have that time where you a YN, have that
oh,
YN time to then appreciate being a That's how I can say
yeah,
that because I
yeah,
from age like 18 to like 23, I was wilding, but now like these
same.
past couple of years, like I've been cooling it. I got my daughter, like every life has been good.
Over at Ruckus, we just did a music video shoot, and the director for the music video brought in all these models and dancers and stuff. And you got to imagine that it's a gym full of testosterone all day, and now you got girls in here
Mm-hmm.
with short skirts and tight pants. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't give a single damn. Like I did
Yeah,
not
like I
care
feel
in
the
the
same way too. I
slightest.
just be like,
I was I was back there. I did bag work for probably an hour straight, just working, just headphones in. Of course they're all around me talking and stuff like that. I'm not being weird. I'm holding conversations and
mm-hmm.
stuff, but like it don't interest me the same way that it interests some other people. And I
Right.
attribute that to, like you said, the unk life is cool. Unk life
I'm like, it's
is
cool, man.
you know
Hey,
what I mean?
man, and all the single ladies out there, I know you a married man. This is more of a message for me.
Do your
All the
thing, brother.
single ladies
Do your
out there,
thing.
get you a unk. Get you a unk, man. I'm telling you, it's peaceful over here.
It's
Bills
peaceful,
be
man.
paid, so on and so forth. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. Let everybody know where they can find you on all your socials, and
Yep.
obviously the two fights that we did allude to. Go ahead and do your thing.
So all my socials, that's Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, uh, um 3Yasuke. My name is Ulysses more the third, so um 3Yasuke on all socials. Truth be told, my Instagram is where I'm really popping shit. Like I don't really, if you get on my Facebook, you gonna see like nothing but politics and like family talking back and forth. Really, I don't really accept too many friend requests on Facebook because of that, but it's there. Um, TikTok, I'm gonna get back into the TikTok, YouTube. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, and YouTube are like my main two. So once again, UM3.Yasuke on YouTube and TikTok, or excuse me, YouTube and Instagram predominantly. Um, October Muay Thai title fight versus Canyon Smith. Um, he said before we fight pretty similarly. I see why he says that, but we are on two different planes of this game. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I'm gonna leave that at that. And then November, I had my title defense, which once again, I'm on a new plane of this fighting game. I really feel like people are gonna be asking me like, "Bro, when you going pro?" Like, and I have people already doing that. Hey, when you going pro? I want the belt, but I know I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when you going pro?
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like after November, they're gonna be like, "Okay, like, can you get out of here now?" And no, I got some stuff that I don't want to do first. Um, yeah, that's it.
That's what's up, man. Hey, like I said, I will definitely be at the November fight here in Duval. Like I said, if I could catch you, I would love to do a quick, 2 5 minute
Oh yeah.
interview. If
Oh
not,
yeah.
I know you're a busy man. I know you're gonna be celebrating your belt. So if I can't
At the
catch you,
fights,
we'll just
bro,
do a
I
little follow up.
always make time for everybody. You know what I mean? Before the fight, that's my time. After the fight, that's y'all time. That's the way I see it. So I put the belt on, I put on some, my little suit or whatever, and then I'm just walking. I'm walking and talking and meeting up with people and doing photo ops and all that good shit. So yeah, we'll definitely have time for sure.
For
For
sure,
sure.
bro. I appreciate y'all. Hey, make sure that y'all go ahead and follow me on my socials. It's Eli at Elijah James TV. That's on Instagram. That's also on YouTube. I'm getting a little bit more active on TikTok. That's at easy_1K. And make sure y'all follow the content, man. We got some NFL breakdowns coming up. MMA next big card coming up. We got Cyril Gahn versus Tom Aspinall. I'm gonna be breaking down that card. We got a good one coming up, so just stay tuned for all the content, y'all. Hey, that's gonna be a bank. Hey,
I got one more for you too, actually.
go ahead.
So first off, shout out to Gracie Jacksonville, Gracie Baja Jacksonville. This the team right here. Home
Yep.
base. Shout out to Nakama Anime Bar, my biggest sponsor. These guys are always behind me. Whenever I need a little financial help, they're always there, always willing. So shout out to Nakama. Shout out to Gracie. Um, yeah, man. That's it. That's all I got. I'm ready to work. I'm very excited. Oh,
Hey,
my
I
bad. One
appreciate
more.
it,
Shout
man.
out to
Hey,
Ruckus Muay Thai. There we go.
Hey, Ruckus Muay Thai, appreciate y'all. Hey, keep working, man. Like, I'm really rooting for you. Like I said, I wouldn't be reaching out if I didn't see nothing. Like, let's be real. So, like,
Yeah.
I see it, and I'm rooting for you, dog. Win, loss, or draw. Like, I'm rocking with you. You a good dude. I wish nothing but blessings towards you and your people, bro. And we gonna stay in contact. Like I said, November I'm gonna see you. So, like I said, make sure y'all follow Mr. Yasuke. Make sure y'all follow me at Elijah James TV. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.